Okay. So I need to buy coins somewhere, right? I need to buy key coins. Where do I do that? Oh, it's the sign that says buy key coins. 100 key coins for 100G? Okay, so um the slot machine, I'm just putting the macro on to keep clicking. But on good luck days, you're not guaranteed, but like the odds are actually in your favor. So if you start from a good enough place, you can just roll, and eventually you'll end up ahead. So yeah, this is a good time to just take a break and see what the machine treats us with. We're we're on an average luck day. We started with 500. So a cherry, you double what you bet. And then, well, you can see the rest of them. There used to be a pattern with this game. And basically what you would do is you would have guaranteed loss for a set number in a row. And then for another set number in a row, it would alternate win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And once you figured out where you were in the rotation, what you would do is you'd always bet 10 until you are in your win loss portion. And then you would bet 100, then 10, then 100, then 10, then 110. And it would eventually, you'd be betting 100 on the ones where you're guaranteed to win, and 10 when you're guaranteed to lose. I don't think it works like that anymore. I think that it's closer to random. But your daily luck still plays a major role in this. And I started pretty strong here. With I got a lot of cherries to start me. But we're just gonna let it roll for a little bit. And usually, because this is something that time freezes when you do it, and you can just do it until you've got a stupid amount of money. You basically, you come here on a good luck day, and you let it roll. Make sure that you got enough money to handle a lead, a loss leading. There's 120. Boom. 120 times. So that is 12,000 to win. Betting 100. But yeah, that's really the strategy, is to just pay attention to when Welwick says you got a good luck day, and then invest like 500 or 1,000, or get 500 or 1,000 coins, which is 5 to 10,000 G, and just keep rolling. Yeah, that's how you win. So, while we let this run, it looks like we're going. Let's look at our goals, and we'll just see how our luck goes with the slot machine. Goals. We got to get more hardwood, which we're gonna keep needing more for more fencing and for our house upgrades. We gotta do our house upgrade 3 and 4. The next one I think we use 65,000. And we need 5 batteries for Willie's boat. Which, really, we have to wait for a thunderstorm, or we have to wait for the weekly challenge to be, you know, do, the one that will get us the, solar panels. And we got the 10 beats for Lewis. And we can close that off. The 10 beats for Lewis let us continue our little quest here so that we can get in the club. And then... So I guess we just gotta make money so we can upgrade the house. We gotta get the batteries for Willie. And after that... We still gotta catch the legend. We gotta wait for a rainy day for that. We gotta hope that we get a rainy day before spring ends. So I honestly can't remember if we've had a rainy day since the new year started. But we should at least get one. We should at least get one. Oh, and I know I said I'm just gonna let the macro run. Literally, it's just a mouse clicker. It just clicks the mouse for me. It's not some cheat code or something. I could be spamming the mouse button, but, fun fact, did you know that if you have a mechanical device and you use it over and over and over again, it will eventually wear out? So I just... If I'm doing something like this where I'm just spamming mouse click, I'll use a clicker, because I don't want to wear out my mouse. My last mouse, the Logitech 700S, that thing is actually still fully functional, and I keep it as a backup. But I've had that since 2006. It is now 2024. It's 18 years old. And aside from a couple of minor repairs that didn't even require me to get parts, just take it apart and, you know, minor fixes that I can do myself, it still works. I did get some new skates for it because those, well, it's just, it slides nicer. But that's more of an upgrade than it is a repair. And I keep it as a backup. I'm currently on the Hero 502 or whatever it is. Hey, 30. Nice. But I honestly don't know if I like it better. I like that the battery is not worn out from 18 years of service. But you know what I could do with the 700S? I can replace it with another standard AA type rechargeable battery. And I have. So, you know, that's there. Still, I'm using the 502. It looks a little nicer. I'm not gonna lie, the 700S is an ugly thing. It is not a fashion mouse. The 502 looks a bit better. It definitely has that I'm a gamer's mouse kind of look to it. But I don't know what the 700S, what they were trying to do with it, but that thing's ugly. It's not I don't know whose style it plays to, because I don't think it plays to anyone's. Well, it's an ugly boy. Also, good news. I am officially out of mead. So short of 2 glasses that were... Oh, I guess I have, like, What is this? That's not even a taste left. Okay, that's fine. So this was a 750 milliliter bottle, 12.5% alcohol by volume. Schramm's Mead, the Valentine, which is a black currant red raspberry mead. Delicious. There were 2 glasses that were taken out of that prior. By glasses, I mean like 4 to 5 ounce pours. So, that's what we've been through tonight. And now it's gone. So the rest of the night is water. I show it to the camera like you can see it, but you can't. How are we doing our gambling? Looks like we started with 500 and we're up to 20,000. 20,400. 23,300. Looks like we're doing pretty good. This was supposed to be an average luck day. This wasn't like crazy or anything. Now, there are other games here. They have their own version of blackjack, which is Calico Jack, I think. It's like a simplified blackjack. And by that, I mean I get it. I have personally attempted to program games like blackjack, and it is hard to get the logic quite just right with a element of randomness for, you know, not making it predetermined outcomes. It's really hard to do that right. So I don't blame Concerned Ape for kind of truncating it into something simpler. But while I will say that if I went to the casino myself, I would probably be at the blackjack table. I think that's where I'd have the most fun. That's with the full expansive rules. I want to be able to do splits. I want like the guaranteed win if you get 5 cards you don't bust. I want it to actually reflect whatever's been drawn from the deck. Not that I'm a card counter, but I like it being a little bit more realistic like that. And it's so hard to get that right in a video game. It can be done, but it's... You gotta really know what you're doing. And I don't. So, that said, because I know the normal rules of blackjack, and Calico Jack doesn't quite follow it, I end up making mistakes, assuming that I can do things that I can't, because it's a simplified system. It's less frustrating to do this, and it's still generally in your favor. Again, we started with 500 key points, and we're at 500 times that right now, roughly. Just a little shy of that. And I'm not doing anything here. I'm just keep pushing the bet 100. One-arm bandit this thing all the way. There we go. 25, 500 times what we started with. Now, when do I stop? Usually, I don't find this engaging. I know a lot of people really like the loot box. The come on, give me a big win thing. Slot machines really get people going. It doesn't for me. just don't feel that excitement from it, because it's just luck. And sometimes luck is in your favor and sometimes it's not. Maybe it's because I had a lot of things where you could consider me born lucky in a lot of respects. So luck doesn't thrill me. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because I want to feel like I know that a part of it is because I want to feel like I've earned a win rather than just I got lucky. So that's why I like games like Blackjack, where you have to be making decisions. You have to be choosing to take the risk or choosing to play it safe. It's a decision. There's decision making being involved. Here, the only decision that I can make is to play or not to play, to bet the minimum or bet the maximum. Those are the only decisions that I can make. And I mean, like, a perfect example here. I haven't been paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just clicking the button. And no number go up. That's good. That's good. But at the end of the day, if I'm just waiting for this to pay me enough to retire from this permanently, it's just waiting. And normally with the odds, like in real life, the odds are stacked against you if you go to the casino. The reason the phrase "the house always wins" exists is because the odds are always ever so slightly against you, right? So when you do win, you beat the odds, sure, but statistically, if you play forever, the house is going to take everything you own. One, because when you run out of money, you're done. You don't bet anymore. So like you can keep rolling. You can watch that number go real high, and the house will keep being able to pay you out. But if you keep rolling and you start losing, then that money goes back to the house, and eventually you hit the point where you don't have any money to bet with. The house will not run out compared to your personal finances. So between it being rigged to statistically win in the long run and them not having a real bottom to the account that they can draw from, whereas you do, play long enough, you're gonna lose. That isn't fun to me. Even if you manage to get lucky and beat the odds, that's not fun. I like having, and additionally, on top of that, the house can always refer you, can always decide that you're done, that you're not allowed to play there anymore. So if you do get ahead and the house doesn't like that you keep winning, they can just kick you out and make sure that they profit off of every other rube there. So I suppose that's the ultimate victory in a casino, to be kicked out for winning too much without them like trying to recoup that from you in some way. But I don't feel like I've earned it if it's just luck. If it's a game where I get to make proper decisions and think about the probability of them getting to a certain level versus me getting to a certain level to win a hand, that's a lot more fun. I kind of like poker in that way too, but I'm not good at poker. Which is why I go to blackjack. I'm decent at blackjack. But this is just wait for it. Wait for it to roll. Do I know what number I need to stop at? No. No, I do not. Okay. So I'm going to actually check that. So I'm not just rambling the whole night. We're up to 32,900. 10,000 for the rare crow, which we got. The modern double bed is 8,000. That's pretty fancy. We got custom wallpapers, but I think we can get those other ways. Top hat, 8,000. That's 16,000, 19,000, 20, 21, 23, 20, 29, 33, 132. 32,000 to buy one of each of the paintings and the top hat. And I think I counted the double bed in that. So we'll keep rolling for a little bit. We'll keep rolling. We'll use the same machine, even though it really does not matter. Luck, the luck doesn't change. The cycle of if you're on a winning or losing streak might per machine, but I mean, if you are on a decent luck day, then you're gonna come away a winner as long as you have enough capital to get past your first losing streak. Standard rules of society right here. If you are rich, you are allowed to get richer. But only the rich are allowed to profit. If you're poor, you're not allowed. Sorry. I kind of hate that that's real. Oh yeah, I got all these fruit snacks for myself. I only had one of them. Right when I first got them, and then I forgot they were here. Let's have a fruit snack. And we'll just watch number go up slowly. I haven't been paying that close of attention, but I think the best we've gotten is the 3 nautical shells. But, you know, even small wins, that 5x, a 3x, a 30x, even just a 2x, they add up. There's a 2x. And there's that tease that makes you want to keep playing more. You got 2 out of 3 of the star fruit. You're almost there. You're so close to a win. Each roll, there is no effect from the prior rolls. It doesn't matter if you get close. That's not real. And for those of you that do not understand statistics, just because you have a 1 in 100 chance of winning something, if you lose 99 times in a row, that does not mean that your next one is a win. That does not mean that you're due. You still have 1 in 100 chance at that point. Your chances were just as bad as they are now, at the beginning as they are now. So never count on a win. Never. Easy for me to say when I have like I've already spent points from my winnings and I'm still 50 times my initial investment. It's easy to say from a winning position, but for real, don't. If you If you feel like you are addicted, if you feel like you have a gambling problem, seek help. In fact, I don't know if this is true in every place, but I know around where I live, if you hear an ad for a casino, the end of that ad usually includes a helpline or a contact for if you have a gambling addiction to seek help. And I imagine they're probably forced to do that legally, but it's a good thing to be aware of if you are someone that really gets wrapped up in this. I know I've been kind of saying like I don't really feel that thrill of when you're winning a slot machine or whatever. And it's easy to say that you don't have an addiction. So I guess here's my PSA moment. If you are taking money out of savings that are for other things, if you are having trouble showing up to work, and not just showing up to work, but showing up ready to work. You were out late last night. You're hungover. You're struggling to get through the day. If you can't find a thrill other than spinning the wheel, getting another hand dealt, if you are stuck in that cycle of all I need is one more win and I'm back on top, if it is impacting your relationships with other people that you care about, with your loved ones, with your family, with your ability to keep a job, with your ability to pay your bills, that's a sign that you need help. And it's not something to be ashamed of. It's okay. Find someone that can help you. Even if it's a hotline, even if it's a friend, a therapist, what have you. Though the line for addiction is usually, is it impacting your relationships, your ability to hold a normal life with keeping a job, maintaining relationships, and being able to continue to fund the things that you need to do to keep funding in order to maintain a healthy life for you and those around you. And I know that's easy for me to say when I'm not really someone that enjoys gambling. But if you feel like you need help, seek help. And if you don't know where to, leave a comment on my video in the VOD. Or I see I only have 2 viewers right now, and chances are they're both me. But if you are seeing this and you think you need help, feel free to comment. I will be happy to help you find the help that you need. And if you're not sure if you need help, if you're asking, if you're thinking it's a possibility, look into it. Even if you're not sure, even if you think that maybe you don't, but the thoughts in the back of your mind, don't be afraid to reach out. Yeah. Anyway, that's my gambling PSA. While I sit here gambling nonstop on an auto clicker, not even paying attention. it looks like I'm getting to close to 60 times my initial investment. But remember, this is not representative of real life. You go to the casino, you're going to see different results. The odds are kind of stacked in my favor here. It's not like that when you're gambling real money. This is the shit that makes you think that you're going to get ahead when you go play for real. And you're probably not. Also, I am very drunk. Not very drunk. I'm buzzed. I would not trust myself to drive. Hey, there we go. This is a big win. Alright, so now that I am far enough ahead that I don't have to worry about losing all of my money if I let it really roll for a bit, I'm going to cheat and let this run for a minute. I'm going to go run and do a bio break again. And I think I'm going to start a print real quick. Let's see if I can't figure out how to get that print that has failed twice now to stick to the bed a little bit better so it doesn't fail so easily. And I'm probably just going to use super glue because that's what you do when you're like, I'm tired of trying to get this thing perfectly clean. We're going to have slightly sticky prints, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. Enjoy watching the wheel spin. I will be right back. Oh, standing up. Standing up is definitely showing me that I am drunker than I think I am. Be right back. Okay. The soul has re-entered the body. I am back. And I restarted the print. It's the lid for a Pokemon ball. Pokeball. That's what's been failing me. Hopefully that did not just spike the mic, because I just bumped into it with my head. The problem with it, I know, is that this PLA plastic, the filament that I'm using, is it's absorbed a bit of moisture, and it's gotten so brittle that it has snapped a couple times on the roll. So it's just in poor shape to print. I could dehydrate it and run it, but you know, I'm not I don't care that much. Is really the answer. It's fine. So I did not use glue. I just cleaned off the bed again, and I'm going to give it one more shot printing properly before I have to start using glue. I do not think that bed is at the point where it needs another refresh, which is to say to hit it with turpentine. Give it a light brush to kind of refresh the sticky surface of it. It's not sticky, it's PEI plastic, for those that know what that means. But I've heard mixed things on that. I've heard it can kind of give it a refresh, but there's only so many times you can do it before it's like gone. And I've heard that it just makes the bed like not work properly. Frankly, I don't know which one's true. But considering that both that bed and the plastic are from the early days of COVID, and I know that because that roll of plastic was used to print unlimited prosthetic hands that I was trying to get into the prosthetics before COVID hit. Both the bed is due for a replacement, for one, but the plastic is probably should be scrapped at this point, or like severely run through a serious dehydrator. And I might do that overnight. I'm tempted to like take all of my filament, stuff it in a closet with a dehydrator, and just run it for like 48 hours. Dehydrate the heck out of everything. Get it dry as a bone. I'll make it work so much better. But not quite to that point. Okay, looks like we're at about 100 times my initial investment. 103 times, roughly. $104 times. I honestly think this is everything. This is more than enough points for me to get everything that I want. Let's end it here. And then I'll win. Minor win, but it's a win nonetheless. We got the rare crow. I don't care about magnets. They're the worst bait. Nor do I care about the flooring and the wallpaper. I'm pretty sure that those are in, there's a way to get those later. So... You can only buy 20 at a time? It's weak. Well... All right, 6,900. Nice. I'm done. I'm done. Thank you, Mr. Key.